Hey Twin Flames, welcome to your daily message. Okay, so today we're going to do Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine energies. We're obviously going to start with the Divine Feminine. So we're going to use this deck, which is the Wandering Star Tarot by Kat Pierce for the Divine Feminines and the traditional Rider-Waite for the Divine Masculines. I know, basic, right? I'm filming like this today because I don't actually have a reason for that. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull this. There we go. Let's see. All right. So this is for the Divine Feminines. Okay, let's see what's going on with the Divine Feminines for today. Thank you, Spirit Team. If you guys are interested in grabbing a personal reading, I am actually having 20% off all personal readings at this time over on my Etsy shop. So if you are interested, head to the comment section. I've posted a link. It's just the sale is until stocks last. So there's a few, I think there's around 3 or 4 left in each. So we've got love reading, career reading, general reading. Yeah, so definitely go ahead and check that out. Okay, so thank you, Spirit. What do we have for, I'm pre-recording this the night before, so for tomorrow, so for today, so it'll be what, Tuesday the 3rd of May, or Tuesday the 2nd of May, depending on where you are, but in Australia it'll be Tuesday the 3rd. What do we have for Divine Feminines? Where are the Divine Feminines at? What's going on for the Divine Feminines? Okay, the 6 of Pentacles. So Divine Feminines are actually feeling quite balanced, quite equilibrious. I don't even know if that's the right word, but they're feeling a great sense of equilibrium in their life today. They're feeling like they have a lot of energy to give. Seeing the number 212. Okay, yeah. So they're feeling like they have quite a lot to give to their masculine. I feel like union energies are really surrounding this lot of feminines that this is resonating for. Oh, I'm not realizing I need to go this way. Things have happened quite quickly here. I'm getting quite unexpectedly, quite quickly. Seven of Cups. Okay, so it says choice, instinct, passion, and extremes. So the feminines are like having the opportunity today to choose what it is that they want moving forward in their lives, which is amazing, because when do the feminines ever really get the chance to choose something like that within their connection? If you can see my leg there. I'm sitting on the floor. My Divine Masculine is out there playing FIFA with the boys, where I usually do my videos. So I'm in the floor in the bedroom having to not compromise. Compromise. All right. So we've got the Mother Star here. And this is an addition to this deck. So this is the answer, yes. So if you're having any questions, yes or no question, the answer is yes. But this also talks about having all the tools you need to move forward. Really feeling in alignment with the Divine Feminine, with your Divine Feminine aspect, your Divine Feminine archetype. Look, and we've got the 3 of Cups here. So ready for joy, ready for abundance. The feminines are, it's like this easy breezy energy that I'm really getting for the feminines today. And it's actually quite beautiful, because I feel like the feminines this week are finding themselves in situations where they're having to adapt and they're having to redefine their expectations around union energy and the energy for union. I feel like union's coming quite quickly. I actually, after today's video, which is the weekly energies, I channeled that the masculines have a proposition. They're propositioning angelic beings, or they're consulting angelic beings around this proposition. And I just wanted to share with you how literally after I filmed that, my masculine came home, and I just wanted to share the energies of that. So it's actually really interesting how it played out. So my masculine came home, and I'm talking like this is 35 minutes within me uploading that video, and said that he wanted to have a talk with me about his work situation, which, for those of you who don't already know, my masculine's karmic situation is, his karmic lessons are obviously, the usual childhood wounding, things like that, dealing with that, but also his work situation. So he wanted to talk to me about an opportunity that he is being faced with to step up into a manager's position, and he felt like he wanted to consult me about that. Now, it's really interesting and really funny because I would think to obviously let my partner know if that was happening for me, but I wouldn't consider that being something that would need to be propositioned, especially because it's not my life, not my job. I'm not the one having to get up and go to work there every day. Do you know what I mean? But for him, it was important to him. It was important enough to him, and he saw that it would essentially potentially affect our relationship and our union. And he wanted to make sure that before he considers accepting the opportunity, that I was on board and that I felt comfortable, which I didn't think that was even something to consider. And it really made me realize just how aware the masculines are, just how aware they are when it comes to these energies and when it comes to the connection. So I really wanted to share that. Not only that, we had a really beautiful, open and honest discussion, which is something we haven't been able to do for the past, 6 to 9 months, of this sort of separation energy that we had been facing within our connection. So a really, really beautiful breakthrough, and it happened so naturally and simply. When we think of like union energy and our masculines talking with us, and yes, I don't need to get my nails done, talking with us and sharing with us how they feel and what's going on for them, we think that it's going to happen and it's going to be this big, huge, grand, type moment, hallelujah type moment, and it never really is. It's quite mundane, it's quite normal, and it's quite natural. And the reason for this being is because of the alignment, being ready to give and ready to receive, and being in that energy where they are open to hearing, they are open to conversation, and they are open to sharing. And I expressed to him, obviously I first of all appreciate so much the consideration, and I just want him to do what he feels he is right for him and his path. And if that's an experience that he feels he needs to do, then I am 100% with him and I support him. Obviously, because he's coming to me to ask for my opinion and how I felt about it, I took that time to really speak my truth and express to him that, it's important for me to have that transparency from him when it comes to, if he's having a really bad day at work, for him to come home and let me know first thing so that I said to him, I feel like I could be a much better support to you if I'm aware of what's happening and what's going on with you, without having, instead of guessing. We really set a lot of boundaries and expectations, the expectations with each other. And I was able to set my expectations with him when it came to the progression of the relationship and what I need from him. And I expressed, what I'd been through the last couple of months and how I've been, solely handling this stuff, even though we'd still been in a relationship. And, it just felt really, really natural and organic to have this conversation. So I want to now pull what's going on with the masculines for this day. let's see what's going on with the masculines, and then we'll go back to the feminines. We'll just do a little bit of both. And I noticed as well the energy around him. He was very confident in the way that he was approaching me with this. There was a little bit of, I guess, nervousness. He was fidgeting around, walking around the house as he was telling me this. But he eventually felt comfortable enough to sit down and talk to me. There was a lot of fidgeting happening. But I could tell that he had thought this through. And, you know, the way he brought it up wasn't so formal. So a lot of these conversations and discussions around karmic situations for the masculines that it's going to be happening this week, it might have already happened, or it might be happening this week. I feel like they're going to be quite natural and just really casual, which is how it should be, right? You should be able to have those discussions with your partner, with your counterpart, with your masculine, with your counterpart. So there seems to be like, for the masculines, there seems to be an uncovering of the shackles, an uncovering of the blindfold here. When it comes to embarking on a new adventure, a new journey that is important to their future, what they envision for their future. I'm just really wanting to know what this Eight of Swords, I just saw 12. What this Eight of Swords is indicating. Okay, so freeing themselves up through lighthearted conversation. So I feel like tomorrow, tomorrow, meaning today when you're seeing this, guys, sorry. Today there may be some kind of discussion, further discussion if you have already had this talk like I have. Or there may be more concerns that come up that they may consult you with. And that was one of the things, like, you know, I'd already been in this position that my masculine is finding themselves about to be in when it comes to managing, right? I've been in a managerial role before. Some of the concerns that he brought up about being in the role, I have already experienced and been through firsthand. So it was important for me to let him know that, hey, like, we're a team here and I need you to work with me, and, you know, and I know it feels uncomfortable and you're not used to it, but lean on me. That's what I'm here for. So I feel like there may be an opportunity for that in this coming week or just on this day. But I feel like they're freeing themselves up. Maybe they're addressing more concerns that have felt quite limiting to them. Or maybe they're just, you might as well find that they're being a little bit more oppositional. And this isn't a bad thing. Right? It's not a bad thing. It's that they feel comfortable in doing so. They're no longer sort of like people pleasing with you anymore, which is exactly what we've been wanting for. We've been asking for. We haven't been wanting this people pleasing energy, right? I think they worked themselves up a lot when it came to talking to us feminines, to the feminines about their karmic situation, and they're realizing that really it was just a lighthearted energy. I feel like I felt like they thought they had to do this on their own for a little bit with the Hermit there, or that I don't think they expected the level of support or the level of understanding or the maturation in the communication. I think they thought that it would take the feminine a lot longer to come around to the idea too. And this is solely based on like past experiences when it comes to expectations. And I think this is linked to the mother. So even though this is the divine feminine here, it's the mother wounding or the mother influence that the masculines are continuing to let go of here. And I think I just really feel like they thought it would take a lot more convincing. And I think they're just sort of acclimating a little bit to the energy of not having to convince. I think Two of Swords, like they thought it would be a lot more of a struggle. So if they're seeming a little bit off or a little bit like just not off like in a bad way, just like, oh, okay, like I thought you would be a little bit more excited. Like, it's just because they're dealing with the transition here. They're dealing with the change, like, okay, yep, it's finally happening and I'm not getting any pushback. Like I'm getting support. They're confused about that. Which is fine, right? Because that's just for them to deal with. It's sort of like an underwhelming energy. They're relieved, obviously, but they just thought that it wouldn't be, they didn't think that it could have all their worries and fears. Okay, it's like for the first time they're having to face what it is, you know, in situations like this in the past where it comes to talking about important things with the feminine, it's made them sort of shut down or dissociate or withdraw or go silent or block or whatever it is, right? Because they felt this sense of pressure due to not seeing eye to eye with the feminine or feeling misunderstood by the feminine. And this time it really didn't go that way. This is because the feminine has done immense work, and it was like it's like the natural progression in the way in which things are supposed to go in the connection now. And they're understanding that the abundance that they were wanting, it's like literally there. So they're like, okay, I thought it would take a lot longer to get here. I thought it would take a lot more. I thought it would be a little bit more of a struggle. So I think they're just sorting out. They're sort of like making reparations within themselves about this. And it's funny, I'm hearing like for someone, like I feel like these masculines, they don't like when people make assumptions. And it may be a thing where they don't like where you make assumptions about them, but for someone who doesn't like people making assumptions about them, they make an awful lot of assumptions about others. And I feel like they're realizing this. So let's get some hidden truth messages from the masculine to the feminine in regards to this energy here. I'm just shuffling up here just because it's, I don't want to, I guess I could do that. Just hurts my back a bit, that's all. I watch your social media, so I feel like there's something here about what you've been posting too, which I think gave them a different idea of how this would go down. Yeah, I'm feeling that. And I feel like in regards to those who do what I do, like do this, they're seeing what you post and it's resonating with them and they're like, oh, question mark. I'm just seeing oh, question mark. It's like things are clicking. Yeah, so they're just taking some time to recover, and I like how that's fallen on that. They're just spending some time making reparations within themselves, like they're like doing like a stock take. I just really think that they thought this would go a different way. They didn't expect, they thought that that you didn't share the same values on this situation. They thought that you wouldn't be so understanding or like, yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah, cool. Let's do that. Or like, you know, for some masculines, they're like, yeah, I'm thinking of leaving my wife or I'm thinking of leaving my family and I would like to, you know, commit to like spending a couple days with you a week. whilst I'm making these changes, like, I know it's not, you know, me coming and moving in with you straight away, but like, I hope that's enough for you. And you're like, yeah, great, that sounds great. And like, yeah, I know, but I said, like, it's not going to be like this. Then you're like, yeah, I think that sounds perfect. Why don't you do it? Or they're going, you know, I'm thinking of quitting my job. You're like, okay. Which I love to see that, because it means that there's a removal of what has been in the way. The blocks are really lifted, and they're realizing that it's like, okay, it's like the police have pulled them over and the police are letting them go, and they're like, are you like, what? Are you like, yeah, are you sure? And they're like, yeah, don't do it again. Not the same thing, but you get what I mean. Let's get some of these ones. I knew exactly what I was doing. This is, I'm really seeing this card in a different way with these energies. I'm challenging, like, I knew exactly what I was doing. I knew exactly how I was going to navigate this difficulty and this feeling trapped. Like, I was ready to put in the hard yards, and I was ready to convince you. I was ready to do all this. I was ready to do all that, but now you're making it easy for me. It's like, this is why they might be a little bit withdrawn after that. Like, don't think that there's like a backtracking of energy. It's not. It's like they're like, oh no, I have to like reassess my plans, because that's not what I was expecting. I think they anticipated a certain reaction or a certain response, and they worked around that in their brain. They made this whole plan about how they would go about things, and now they have to reassess their plan. And it was about how, you know, they were going to beg for your forgiveness. But I think because you've just been so forthcoming with them, they're like, what? Oh, shivers. One sec. I think they thought they had to do a lot of convincing. They really thought they had to do a lot of convincing. And like, that wasn't necessary. Like, it's this trust that you have in them that's really thrown them off a bit. They're like, oh, okay, like, what does that mean? Because it's a new energy and it's a new level of being for you, Divine Feminine. I lost myself for a little while. Yeah, I think they had to, like, they thought that you would expect them to explain why they are wanting to do this thing, or why they're wanting to go about it this way, when, you know, like, for example, the energy I'm getting from this is like, my DM said to me, he was like, you know, like, and if me taking on this position starts to affect our relationship, like, I want you to tell me. And I was like, yeah, okay, no worries. I said, but I think the only way that it would affect our relationship is if you're struggling and you're not sharing that, and you're not asking for help, or you're not letting me be your partner. We're not working as a team. I said, that's the only way that I think it would affect our relationship in a bad way. I said, I can handle whatever you've got going on. I can handle that about you if I'm aware of what's going on. If I'm just aware that it's going on, right? I can deal with that. I can leave you be. I can give you space. I can go and stay with my mum for a week if I need to. You know what I mean? Like, and I think just having that understanding of, like, and it's been that way all along, and I feel like we've tried to tell them this all along, but I think they needed to be in that energy of reciprocate, of like being able to be receptive to what it is that we're saying. Beautiful. Let's get some message cards. Yeah, I really think that there's going to be more conversations about this, which I think is a great thing. It's like this autonomy that the masculines are having, they're not used to having in a connection. And they're just having to sort of adjust to that. What are the masculines saying here to the feminines regarding this energy specifically? I will always come back, my beloved. Our prayers and visualizations are manifesting. Very much with this card here. I don't mean to ignore you. Yes, I feel like you guys might be having conversations about that, and like definitely talking about, you know, like, well, when you ignore me or when you shut me out, like I can't have you shut me out. That's important here. It's like planning for union. It's like talking that you guys are having conversations about union. Oh, there's one on the floor here. I'm receiving signs and messages from you. They're very receptive. So now is a great time if you're in this energy, or if you're noticing that your masculine is wanting to have these conversations. I think now is the perfect time to really get all of that out of the way and express, and not from a defensive place either, feminine. Not at all from a defensive place. I don't feel like, if you're in alignment with the energy, I really don't feel like you're going to be in the energy of needing to be defensive whatsoever. I just don't see that being a thing. I'm so close you don't even know it. So for those of you who you haven't had this conversation with your masculine yet, that's definitely what's happening. Wow, are you ready? Hell yeah, we are. But are you though, feminine? Are you ready? Because the masculines are getting ready. They're preparing right now for what they're going to say to you. They're literally preparing. Let's get some blunt truth messages here. I love these decks. So they're just adjusting. It's like after you guys have this conversation, I think they really didn't expect it to go that way. I think they expected a little bit of pushback, okay? Because this is what they're used to with their mother or with their wife, if they have a wife. Yeah, I'm going to contact you. I need to speak to you. Literally, we got that in today's weekly reading. So I think today it's happening for a lot of the feminines. This is like nutting out the logistics, I'm hearing. Nutting out the logistics for union. Yep, I'm sorry for blocking you out. I was triggered. I like to read this as blocking you out. So because for a lot of them, for a lot of feminines, the masculines haven't blocked, but they've blocked you out. So regardless if it's blocking or blocking out. And I think, because yeah, if I think about it, I haven't had a conversation with my masculine about why the blocking out happens. I know why it's happened, but I haven't exactly given them an opportunity to explain from their speaking up. For a lot of the masculines too, what it is they're coming to you about, what it is they're speaking to you about, what it is they're proposing, this is going to be a journey too, because things are going to be required of them. They're going to need to stand up in a certain way that they haven't needed to before. I'm so scared I can't face this right now. I think this is what they're going to be talking to you about. They're scared of something that they're needing to face. And they need your support. And that's where it's almost like they have no other choice internally. They're like, I just need to speak to them about it. I need to speak to my feminine about this because I have no bloody idea what to do. I need that support. I can't face this on my own right now. I have no idea on how I'm going to leave my karmic partner. I don't know. I don't have a plan. Like, I can't think. I'm too stressed out to think of how to do this, or I'm too overwhelmed to, like, for example, my masculine said to his boss, can I think about it and get back to you? And he told me, he said then, and I said, like, it sounds like this is something that you want to do, like, just do it. And he goes, yeah, well, I obviously wanted to come home and speak to you about it first. Right? So they're consulting you, which I think is absolutely beautiful. I was quite chuffed that I was considered in that. So I feel like feminines acknowledge that. That was definitely in the weekly energies, like acknowledging the chivalry from your masculine. Will you wait for me? And this isn't that like, oh, like, we can't be together yet. It's like they're making small adjustments to be with you in a new capacity than they have been in the past. And this, like, for some of them, like, will you be patient with me is the thing. Like, while I'm figuring this out, like, I don't know what to do. Do you have any ideas? Can you help me? They're actually finally wanting our help here. They're actually finally wanting our opinion. So give it, because they're asking for it. Yeah, and for a lot of them, it's like, I don't know what to do here. Like, do you always know what's best. You always know the right thing to say. What can I or should I do here? I obviously wanted to talk to you about it first and make sure that you were comfortable with it. That's what he said to me. And I was just so chuffed to hear that, and I expressed that to him. Thank you so much for considering me. I really appreciate that. But I want you to know that I'm always going to be on board with whatever it is you feel like you need to do. I will always support you in that. And I don't think they're expecting that support, especially after, yeah, look at this. Especially after what they've, what we've gone through in order to get here. Yeah, look at this. I'm sorry for lying to you, or I'm sorry for not, being open and honest with you about what was going on for me. I'm sorry for just assuming it's like trying to protect you from my ego instead of just expressing to you what's going on. Like, but it's okay, because that's what they had to deal with, and we had to learn how to be, how to be okay. We had to learn how to navigate that. Okay, put one over there. I'm in a dark place. Spirit is sending me light. Which really what this is our higher selves sending them light. So keep your lighthouse on. Keep your lighthouse's light on. Because they're coming. Yeah, they're like, let's take it slowly, please. And I feel like you guys are like, okay, what's your plan? What does taking it slowly look like for you? What are you comfortable with right now? Like, you guys are genuinely having a discussion about what this looks like. And I feel like feminines, this is why you're more receptive, because you're getting a clearer idea of what to expect. And I feel like that's only been half the problem, right? I feel like that's what half the problem has been. Half the struggle really is what is actually, like, what is going on? Where is this going? What, I need a little bit more organization from you here. And I feel like that's what's being worked out. That's definitely what's being worked out. Cool, let's get some of my oracle deck. Okay. Okay, something that had transpired in Aquarius season, or something that will be completely completed in Aquarius season. So don't worry about that. Yeah, we've got Aquarius and Leo season. So we've got Aquarius and Leo energy here, which is interesting because Leo is my rising sign and Aquarius is my DM's rising sign and sun sign. So we've got Aquarius and Leo season here. So between now and Leo season, you're going to see some progress, which is only a few months away, right? You're going to see progress in between. So from now to Leo season, and then Leo season to Aquarius season, which is only a couple of months. What else do we have? So I think those are significant seasons, so keep an eye out for those. Also see where you have Leo and Aquarius in your chart, what house, so that you can get an idea of, what this looks like, what's going on here. So right? Leo season, that's my first house. And Leo season is also when we met. Aquarius season is my 7th house of marriage, partnerships. And it's also his first house. And Leo is his 7th house. So 1st and 7th house synastry here. Ascendant and descendant synastry. Super significant here. What else do the masculines want to say in relation to this? Ooh. You'll hear from me soon. Let me reach out. Yeah. So for those of you who are in like no contact with their masculine, let them reach out. And for those of you who like live with your masculine, or maybe you're in a relationship with your masculine, but there's just this sort of like separation, like this distance between you, and you're watching this before they have actually had this conversation, I feel like this is really interesting. I feel like because I am on here sharing with you guys, I feel like I go through these energies first, like a few days or a week or 2 weeks before you guys do, to sort of set the tone and to give you guys time to have the messages, if that makes sense. Yeah. So that's some kind of commitment there. So for those of you who that is a thing that you guys are wanting, absolutely. For others of you who that's, maybe not quite there yet, this is like that relationship. Getting in that relationship, moving in together. Whatever is, you feel like would be the next step. Whatever you guys intuitively feel like the next step is, that's what that's talking about. And that's really interesting in regards to my journey. I'll keep you guys updated because it's coming up to, in Virgo season, it's coming up to, actually no, Leo season, I'm pretty sure, coming up to our 2-year anniversary. It's him in the background. He's playing Fortnite, I think, with the boys. I've got one there. I've got I do and always have admired you. What else do we have? Can we get a channeled song, Spirit? Yep. Just a Cloud Away, Pharrell. This rainy day is temporary. The contrast is how we know. Just a cloud away, way. I just saw 3737 and I saw 3838 the other day. Let me look up what 3737 is quickly. 3737 angel number. Wow. So it says angel number 3737 is a reminder that you are about to attract your innermost desires. Your partnerships and other relationships thrive because you are giving yourself the attention and love you truly desire. Overall, good luck is coming your way, giving you the chance to attract abundance effortlessly. Wow, I love that so much. What else do the masculines want to say to their feminines in regards to this message here? I'm just shuffling back here because I don't want to mess up the spread. Something about Virgo season too. So Leo Virgo season, which is what? July, end of July, August to about September, late September. And then Aquarius season is what? January, February. So they're giving hints about that. Oh, somewhere only we know. Beautiful. So that's a channeled song there. And if you have a minute, why don't we go talk about it somewhere only we know? This could be the end of everything, so why don't we go somewhere only we know? Wow, beautiful. That's a really good, that song is in the Divine Counterpart Spotify playlist. If you're interested in having that playlist, check the description box. I always keep the link in there. Beautiful. Gotta find out who I'm meant to be. I don't believe in destiny, but with every word you swear to me, all my beliefs start caving in. Beautiful. That's also in the playlist too, so if you prefer them to just be all there, they are. What else? I'm just going on for the masculines this day. Look at this. I'm sending you songs with messages. So this is another really important message from the masculine saying, make sure you look up these songs because there's you know, messages in there for you. I would play them, but I can't because I'll get copyrighted. What else are the masculines saying to the feminines in regards to this day? What else are the masculines saying to the feminines today? Oh, we've got two. So Taurus season, yeah. So this is starting to happen in Taurus season. We're still in Taurus season. Oh, wow. You're still the one, Shania Twain. This is the beginning where she says, when I first saw you, I saw love. And the first time you touched me, I felt love. But I'm sure you guys know this song. You're still the one I run to, the only one I run to. Beautiful song. Definitely, I'm going to sing that to to Georgia at our wedding. Wow. I love seeing you get attention. It is a true testament to your beauty and your magnetism. So some of you guys may be getting attention or recognition for something. They love seeing that. They don't get jealous by that at all, which I think is beautiful. And is a true testament to their growth and to who they are. Let's get a couple more and then we'll finish up. What are the masculines wanting to say to the feminines? Aries season. So I feel like for a lot of them, there's a few different messages here. So these signs might be relevant for a few different twins, but for me and those, I know there's a few twins that a few other counterparts that I am in contact with. Most of the groundwork for this current separation and for union had begun in Aries season. Pisces and Aries season. What are the masculines wanting to say today to the feminines? So we've got Virgo, Taurus, Aries, Leo. I didn't even realize I did that twice, you know? So, wow, okay, that's really, 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 really interesting. I did not even realize that I did this twice. So this is a really powerful song. Really look up this song, guys, to find you, Sing Street. It's in there, literally, I didn't even know I took up 2 cards to do this. Got miles to go, but from the day I started crawling, I was on my way to find you. It will make you cry. It's such a beautiful song. I always thought this was a twin flame song, even before I met my twin. Cosmic Love by Florence and the Machine. And then I understand that we are one, twin flames. Look at that. Look at that. You can't write it. So the masculines have a lot to say, and they've said a lot. Be receptive, feminines, and masculines. Just go with what feels right. Your feminines are receptive and they've done the work, so they're going to hear you out. They will hear you out. All right, guys, I will see you in tomorrow's video. Don't forget to book your personal reading before they all run out. Check the comment section. I will have a link there. 20% off all personal readings. And please like this video and don't forget to subscribe. And follow me on Instagram at Hecate's Moon Tarot. I do post daily twin flame messages. Today, oh, that was my beautiful divine masculine. Today's message is quite a wonderful one. So definitely read this. Really great energies here. And I pulled the cards for the week too, so lots of great stuff coming through. And I also, for the weekend, for Saturday and Sunday, I got my masculine to pull some cards from the divine masculine to the divine feminine for the weekend energy. So keep an eye out for that. Definitely go and follow me on Instagram, because the masculine, there will be an actual channeled messages from, well, I will channel the messages, but he pulled the cards, so he intuitively pulled those cards from a real divine masculine or the divine masculine collective for the feminines. All right, I will see you in the next video. Have a wonderful day.